Hey, here we are, and there you are. You're surrounded by what? Water molecules all over the place. They're surrounding and they're moving fast because the air is warm and there's a lot of energy and wah, wah, wah. They're just moving like this and they're going sideways and they're attracted but not too attracted and they're going around and they got a lot of energy. And then if they get cold, they group up. They they start grouping up and they start multiplying on top of each other. And what was vapor from evaporation turns to liquid. And the more colder it gets, the more liquidy it is. And it happens on surfaces like this. Here we have a glass with ice water, and here we have a glass with ice water. But this glass has lots of air around it. This glass, I put it into a sealed bag. There's a little air, but not very much. Few water molecules in there, but not as much as here. Okay? So the air molecules around here, right next close to the cup, are slowing down. And they're grouping together and becoming liquid. Just like as if I had pennies. And they were air molecules at one time, right? They were air molecules at one time. And so they were farther apart. And they were floating around, right? They're all floating around. And then they got cold. And then they started clinging to each other, forming water on the surface. That's what this is. Look. There's liquid on the sides, just like if you take a can of Coke or Pepsi out in the summertime from your fridge and it gets watery. There's water on here. I don't know if you can see it, but take my word for it, there is water. But inside here, this one's really dry. There's nothing on this one. Believe me, there's nothing on this one here. Because there's very little air around here. Very little air molecules to cool off in here, but there's tons of them out here. Take a look. You can see them. So this is called condensation. We did evaporation, where it went from liquid to vapor and water molecules floating in the air, to condensation, creating liquid again. It's all liquid. This happens in clouds, and it happens anywhere where surfaces get cold, areas at night. In the summer, there's a lot of air molecules moving around and heating during the day, and at nighttime it gets cold and they start grouping up, and then they just group up on anything like grass or your car windshield or anything else you have outside. And you have to wipe it off before you jump on your bike seat if you had it outside, or on your four-wheeler, or on your tractor seat. Or you have to wipe off the dew from the window on the car if it was outside in order to drive. Or you put on your windshield wipers just to get it off. That is condensation. And that's what we're learning about in this next unit. You'll have a couple labs. Okay. We are ready to move on.